Yo, what's up guys, Ross from Everything Graphics here, and today I'm back with another video, but this time I'm going to be showing you some good lighting in Cinema 4D. So let's head straight over into Cinema 4D. Just let it load up. Okay, now once you're in here, well, I'm just going to change my settings. Actually, I've got a, yep, here we go, HD render settings. If you get me 5 likes, I can give you some HD render settings. So yeah, so after you've done with your render settings, we're just gonna get ahead with this, and I'm gonna show you how to do some cool lighting. So first of all, let's just get a camera going. So you want to go over to this like icon next to the light. It looks like camera. Left click and hold and just select camera. Then next to the camera there's like this square box. If you click that, that just like turns the camera on, and just set a keyframe by clicking the red key down here. So now every time we want to have a look, we can just click on the timeline, it sends us straight back to this angle. So today I'm going to be showing you some lighting with a text. So if we just create our text by going to MoGraph and then MoText and just type in what you want. So I'm going to type in tutorial, and I'm just going to select font. Okay, so yeah, the fonts take a while on this computer because I've got so many, but once you've got your fonts loaded and you've completely finished your text, then we get straight onto it. But I'm just going to select a font I used in my last video called Slant, if I can find it. I don't know my alphabet. S. Ow. Ting ting, where is it going? Oh, there it is. Okay, Slant. Yeah, okay. So then, I'm just gonna make the depth, get some fillet caps. Fillet caps for this lighting is quite important. It gives a good glossy effect after you have finished with it. So after you've done the text and everything, we're going to create the material. So the first one, this is the one which is going to go like on the front of the text. So it's going to be like the face kind of material, and I'm going to have a like a bluish one. So it's kind of like a lightish but kind of blue, actually darkish, but yeah. So you have the blue, and then you want to make sure the color's ticked. Go down to reflection, tick that, and you want to go down, you want to click on the texture arrow and go to for now. I'm going to have it on about 20% for the brightness and 30% for the mix strength. So that's perfect now. So we're just going to drag that over to the MoText. Okay, now, so far done. Just put global. You want, if you go to your render settings, you want to make sure that you've got global illumination on, and just tick that. Yeah. So as you can see, sorry, my fault. So with just a normal light, you don't really get much of an effect. You just get a like that. But if I reposition the light so it's a bit more forward, there you go, all I am actually going to get is just like a kind of plain, boring blue font, and that is not what we want. See there? It's okay if you kind of you want it to be a bit simple, but we want it to look a bit good. So what I'm just going to get rid of that light for now. And what we're actually going to do is, if you go over to the cube here, blue cube, left click and hold, go to the plane. Now this is actually going to be our light source. And you're probably thinking, what am I doing? Because I'm not using a light, I'm using a plane. But what I'm actually going to do is, if I create a new material and put on the luminance on, untick the color. The luminance is kind of used as a light, but it's like a different kind of way or source of using a light. But as it's so bright, it emits a light almost. So you just want to apply the material to the plane, and if you go over up next to the cross, there's like a square box, get that, and you can like drag the plane up. So you just want to drag the plane above the text, And then if you click on the plane and do Control C then Control V, that duplicates it, and then you can just drag it back down. Just if it starts to resize it, just make sure that you've got it on the cross. Oh, pardon me. So now if we render it, it should look a bit better. See, already in the corners of the text you can see a bit of gloss and all that. Now that is quite nice, but we can make it even better if we want to. If I create a new material, untick color and tick reflection, make sure the brightness is on 100 and just leave like that. Now this is where the fillet cap comes in. If you apply this to your text and then click on the material, and then where it says selection, do R, that's a capital R, and then 1. What this does is this applies the reflection material just to the fillet cap, so that's like the edge of the text. So if I just render this again, you should get a really nice glossy looking text, just like that. Now that is really nice, that is. You can use that in anything basically. So now you've got a really nice looking text, but if you're using this text for an intro, say, you wouldn't want the plane shown. So what you do is you right click on the plane, go to Cinema 4D tags, compositing. Now once you've got the compositing tag, you click on it and you want to untick scene by camera. Now you just want to click Control and drag this down to the second plane. Now what this should do, if it works, is you won't be able to see the planes in the render. Not only will this speed it up, but it'll also make it look better. So there you go, you got a nice glossy text, and it wasn't too hard either. I hope this helped, guys, and if you wouldn't mind heading over to my page, having a look at my other video for now, but in the future there'll be much more videos, and if you liked it, possibly click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, see you next time.